The left wing position has always been one of the most exciting roles in football, attracting stars who combine skill with audacity. In this ranking, we will present the top 10 players who have held this position throughout history. But before we begin, let's ask, why the left wing specifically? The left wing is not merely a spot on the field, it is a stage for creativity and brilliance, where players shine with their finest moments, blending speed, dribbling, and stunning goals that remain etched in the fans' memories. And certainly, this ranking will not pass without debate or differing opinions, as everyone sees things from their own perspective. So, don't hesitate to share your personal list in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell to receive all the latest videos of this type. Let's now begin with the 10th place, where we find the Bulgarian player wearing the number 10, who surpassed Roberto Baggio and Brazil's Romario to win the Ballon d'Or in 1994. When speaking of Bulgaria, only two prominent names come to mind: Dimitar Berbatov and the Bulgarian legend Hristo Stoichkov, the former Barcelona star. Hristo Stoichkov was one of the key pillars that shaped the enjoyment of football in the early 90s, and he was an important partner in Barcelona's successes under Johan Cruyff's leadership. However, if we are to talk about his greatest achievement from my perspective, nothing surpasses his leading the Bulgarian national team to the semi-finals of the 1994 World Cup. Yes, Bulgaria, a country from which we have known only a few players throughout history, once reached the World Cup semi-finals. What's even more exciting is that the Bulgarian squad at that time was very poor in terms of stars. It was more like a team made up of Stoichkov and 10 other players who some might consider wooden planks compared to the other teams. Nevertheless, Stoichkov was the star who carried the team on his shoulders. In every match, he left a clear mark. He scored against Greece and Argentina in the group stage, then against Mexico in the round of 16, Germany in the quarter-finals, and finally Italy in the semi-finals. Thanks to these goals, Stoichkov became the tournament's top scorer with 6 goals, tied with Russia's Salenko. To this day, many, including myself, describe him as one of the most entertaining players in football history. You can watch him on YouTube and experience a few minutes of amazement. The player in 9th place on this list is the first magician in football history, the exceptional Roberto Rivellino. This player is considered one of the most unfairly overlooked figures in historical evaluations, as he is credited with inventing half of the skills we see today. Even skillful players like Neymar and Vinicius Jr. draw inspiration from his creativity. Diego Maradona expressed his great admiration for him, stating that he grew up wishing to reach Rivellino's level and considered him to have the best left foot in the history of the game. Rivellino was not just a skillful player. What truly set him apart was his ability to create unprecedented moves, such as the one that amazed the world when Ronaldinho performed it in 2005, a move Rivellino had invented nearly 40 years earlier. This player was so skilled that even in the presence of Pelé and Garrincha, he was often considered the most entertaining player in the Brazilian national team. Many believe that Brazilian football has yet to produce a player with Rivellino's level of dribbling skill. His talents were not limited to dribbling, but extended to scoring and assisting goals as well. As Maradona described him, he could turn any idea that came to his mind into reality, whether defenders were present or not, making the defenders seem like mere shadows before him. Before we reveal the player in 8th place, let's take a moment to highlight his extraordinary career. Imagine a player who won 12 La Liga titles and lifted the UEFA Champions League trophy 6 times. Have you guessed who it is? It's the legend Paco Gento, the historic icon of Real Madrid. He is the only player to have won 6 European titles in the last century. While some may not know him, the fans at the Bernabeu still hang his pictures to this day. Gento was a winger with incredible speed, often described as the fastest of his time, combined with a unique ability to score and penetrate defenses. He was also one of the key players for the Spanish national team in achieving its first European title in 1964, scoring the winning goal for Spain in the round of 16. However, unfortunately, he was not part of the squad for the final stages ages. He was later named the best Spanish player of the last century. Real Madrid fans remember him as one of the icons of the first Galacticos generation, alongside Di Stefano and Puskas. He remained with the Royal Club for 18 seasons, winning 12 La Liga titles during his time with the team. The player in 7th place is someone we followed with passion for many years, a beloved figure from afar by Real Madrid fans, and at the same time, their number one nemesis. It's the Belgian Eden Hazard. This creative Belgian was like a fluid entity filled with magic, moving gracefully across the pitch. Regardless of your favorite team, everyone eagerly awaited the weekend to watch what Hazard would deliver in the Premier League. His dribbling made everyone feel as if he was born with the ball glued to his foot. He possessed extraordinary agility and flexibility, combined with daring runs and penetrations that made him one of the most outstanding players. Hazard was described as the human version of Lionel Messi, considering, of course, that Messi himself is regarded as the extraterrestrial version. Jose Mourinho was not exaggerating when he said that the only player worthy of being compared to Messi and Ronaldo is Eden Hazard. Just as Stoichkov was the star of his country, Hazard was the leading star for the Belgian national team in the 2018 World Cup, where he led his team to the semi-finals and secured 3rd place. Let's set the tournament aside and focus on just one match, the one where Hazard amazed everyone against Brazil in the World Cup quarterfinals. In that match, Hazard delivered a stunning performance that reminded us of what Zidane did in 2006, as he was the only player to complete about 10 successful dribbles out of 10 attempts. Despite the constant pressure from Brazil's attack, every time Hazard received the ball, he seemed like he was fighting the battle alone against the Samba defense. Unfortunately, the magic we were used to seeing from Hazard was taken away from us due to two main reasons. First, the series of injuries he suffered, and second, his move to Real Madrid. We now move to 6th place, where we find a player who was always at the forefront with his team, the Welsh legend Ryan Giggs, an icon of the wings for Manchester United. Giggs has always been and remains a role model for players on the pitch. Starting his first team career with Manchester United in 1991, Giggs spent 23 years with the Red Devils, achieving record-breaking feats that could take hours to list. However, the most significant number remains his 13 Premier League titles, making him the most decorated player in the league's history. It's a record likely to stand until the end of football itself. Additionally, he holds the record for the most assists in Premier League history. What distinguished Giggs was his exceptional speed and incredible ability to burst forward at astonishing pace as soon as he received the ball, making it nearly impossible for defenders to keep up with him. He could accelerate to full speed in a fraction of a second, coupled with his outstanding skills that often solved tactical dilemmas for Sir Alex Ferguson. One cannot forget Giggs's famous goal against Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final, where he weaved past defenders and scored the winning goal in the 109th minute, leading Manchester United to their historic treble in 1999. As for the 5th place player, it is Pavel Nedved. Before we delve into discussing Nedved, allow me to provide you with a glimpse of this legendary player who was one of the greatest stars in football history. Nedved wasn't just a player, but an entire legacy of creativity and intelligence on the pitch. His name still commands immense respect in the world of football. Nedved was one of the standout players for the Czech Republic national team and played a pivotal role in breaking records in Serie A with Juventus. During his time with Juventus, he won numerous domestic and international titles. His most notable moments came in the UEFA Champions League and Serie A, where he left his mark in major tournaments. Nedved played as a left winger and was known for his physical strength and exceptional skills, in addition to his precise passes and crucial goals, which made him one of the indispensable cornerstones of the team's formation. He won the Ballon d'Or in 2003 during a period of fierce competition with some of the best players in the world, such as Brazilian Ronaldo, Roberto Carlos, Zidane, David Beckham, and others. He became the first Czech player to win it. What sets Nedved apart is not only his skills, but also his determination and team spirit, which made him a player relied upon in critical moments. He was considered a true gem in the world of football. The player in in fourth place isn't a traditional left winger in the strictest sense, as he played both as a forward and a left winger. In my opinion, we cannot exclude him due to the extraordinary performances he delivered. The player is Thierry Henry. When we talk about Thierry Henry, we are not merely discussing a talented striker, but one of the greatest footballers in the history of the game. Henry, the French winger and forward, possessed incredible skills and exceptional abilities that made him an icon for both Arsenal and the French national team, as well as a legend worthy of admiration. He began his career with Monaco and later moved to Juventus, but it was at Arsenal where he gained his greatest fame, leading the team to several titles, including the historic invincible season in the Premier League in 2003 to 2004. He also became the club's all-time leading scorer. Henry was known for his speed, his skill in scoring goals, and his inspiring leadership, combined with an outstanding vision on the pitch. He won the 1998 World Cup and Euro 2000 with France, and later lifted the Champions League with Barcelona, cementing his status as one of football's unforgettable legends. As for the player in third place, he is someone who managed to achieve historic feats no other winger had ever accomplished. However, as you know, this player squandered his opportunities due to his mistakes and strange, surprising decisions that left many baffled. He is the player who brought heartbreak to most of his fans and was the last embodiment of the Brazilian school of flair. Let's set aside his career during his later years for a moment, because what Neymar achieved as a teenager around the age of 18 with Santos was enough to rank him among the best wingers in the history of Brazilian football, and that was enough to place him on the final shortlist for the Ballon d'Or in 2011 while at Santos, making him the only player outside of Europe to rank among the top 10. Thanks to Neymar's exceptional dribbling talent, he caught the attention of Real Madrid at just 14 years old, with Pelé even stating upon his emergence that Neymar possessed a talent greater than Ronaldo Nazario's. What Neymar brought to football was truly beyond imagination. Imagine yourself in a one-on-one situation as a footballer. Whatever skill you'd choose as the most beautiful in that moment, Neymar would come up with something even more creative and spectacular than you could envision. In an era of increasing tactical complexities and a decline in extraordinary talents, a player like Neymar brought a unique flavor to the pitch. The ball at his feet and his distinctive style were what made millions fall in love with football. Unfortunately, Neymar's talent was squandered amidst poor decisions and recurring injuries, yet he remains a bittersweet memory for his fans, as we never got to witness the day he was meant to become the best player in the world. The player in second place, with his charming smile, brings me joy and a smile to my face every time he comes to mind. It takes me back to beautiful memories, recalling the thrilling moments of watching one of the most entertaining players in football history, the Brazilian magician Ronaldinho. Just hearing his name is enough to light up our faces with a big smile, just like his iconic grin. I'm sure you feel the same right now. What he did on the pitch was beyond description. Words like magician or emperor seem insufficient to do him justice. Ronaldinho was the player who would dribble past defenders and ignite the stands, making the crowd leap from their seats in sheer joy, giving viewers at home moments of entertainment as if they were part of the action. Despite playing in an era filled with legends, this Brazilian rose above big names like Ronaldo, Zidane, Raul, Figo, and the rest of the Galacticos generation. Imagine this. Such was the level of enjoyment he brought that even Real Madrid fans could do nothing but stand in respect for Ronaldinho's talent, waving their white handkerchiefs as a sign of surrender and pure admiration. To this day, the scene of the Bernabeu crowd applauding Ronaldinho after his performance in the Clásico, despite their team's loss, remains, in my opinion, one of the most genuine moments in football. It embodies the essence of the game, enjoyment before results. Ronaldinho never seemed to care about the importance of the tournament, the identity of the opponent, or the significance of the match. He stepped onto the pitch with a smile that never left his face, as if taking the stage to perform, weaving his magic through opposing defenses effortlessly without any pressure. And now we arrive at the first place, and honestly, the greatness of his name says it all. What can we possibly say about Cristiano Ronaldo that hasn't already been said?